Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Diaspora with the MANATSAS. I'm Sharon Manatsa, and I'm here with...
Maneri muri Zimbabwe tinokuchingamidzai kumativi mana enyika. Wati unani zviya? Introduce kana kaendesa mombe.
All right. I'm here with Zex Takumanatsa. And today we are honored because we are here with Olinda Chapel-Nkomo. Welcome, Olinda.
Thank you guys for having me.
Ndanganchimboderera maona, but something's have to be done. Ambuya. DJ yang chidzuko sha. Dai watoti gusu rinyaso ku. Ambuya tinokuchingamidzai. Maneri makadi tinokutendai nekuuyawo nekutitsika pano.
So a lot of people know her from social media, and I've just brought here for a conversation for her to really tell us who is Olinda Nkomo. Now we want to know.
The Oxford Dictionary, who is Olinda Chapel-Nkomo?
Matara nika French.
Yeah, my French one about kana menu so chikisidzira.
Olinda is a wife, a mother to 3 beautiful kids. I am a businesswoman, philanthropist, and I'm a lawyer in training, or studying law.
Interesting.
Lovely.
Hopefully to be an advocate one day, but yeah.
Whatever you want to set your mind to, you will do it.
Yeah.
So where did it all start from? Where did you grow up?
Ngavanya sokuti break it down sema ghetto youth because vari kuti roa vari kusisina vari nyase ku expagorate.
What would you like to know?
Where you grew up, where you grew up, have you got siblings, Chichi's background of who she is?
I am number 7 in a family of 8.
Wow.
4 boys, 4 girls. Both my parents are late. Firstborn in our family passed away as well. And I've got 4 older brothers, 1 older sister, and 1 younger sister.
Oh.
It's
amazing. Quite a big family. I'm sure it was a house of fun when you're growing up, isn't it?
It was. But growing up, I was always an independent child, right? So much that if you see pictures of me and my little sister, my younger sister will be lighter than me.
You know how they always say, there's that one. Are you that one?
Because I used to be, growing up, I've always been a people person whereby I would even ndikapuwa porridge ndaibuda ndakabata porridge rangu kuenda ku next door naro porridge rangu saka I was being a middle child, you always have to be independent.
That's right.
I was the first born, no, I was the last born, so you don't get special attention. So unotongozvimirira
ndiri last born unongoti ndainetsa iwe hausi last born.
I was the only girl and I was expected to be the straight and narrow of the family.
Anyway,
I was expected to be the straight and narrow. No, it's good to know. Obviously, we know you as an award-winning businesswoman, philanthropist, as you've mentioned, and a social influencer. What is that role, all these little roles mean to you?
I think the 2 main things that define Olinda for me personally, or the things that I've always aspired to be, has been a businesswoman, right? I have always struggled to be somebody's employee.
Right.
And I figured you can't get fired from a company that you own.
Sure.
So I went out, set my first business, which is Gain Healthcare. And that is sort of like the epicenter of everything that I do, which is health and social care.
Yeah.
I'm a well-versed recruiter. That's my background. I come from a recruitment background where all I've ever done is health and social care recruitment. And so set up Gain Healthcare, which now provides 3 types of services, which is the recruitment side of the business, which was the core part of the business, where we would supply agency staff to hospitals, nursing homes, residential homes. And then we ventured into home care, where we provide care in the community via the NHS or local authorities or private clients. And then we also ventured into supported accommodation, where we now have a number of properties where we support young adults with complex needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what we do.
Hello, hey, in healthcare, there's jobs to be taken. Yeah.
Isusu manje toda kuziva zvamataura tazvinza ndazati saka beya muri mbinga ka muri mbinga udhoka muri mbinga ka
I am just a very hardworking woman. That's all I am.
And it's very amazing that you're saying all that, because vakadzi tinotarisirwa pasi, you know. It's not always the way kuti mukadzi ndiari.
A woman's success is rarely celebrated.
Absolutely.
And men get more recognition for being more successful. But when a woman does it, she is now bossy.
Absolutely.
She's now disrespectful. She's now, you get a lot of labels that get associated with being a successful woman or a woman in business.
Absolutely.
And these are hurdles that, you know, when I started my businesses, I came across a lot of that. But now, with where I am in life and the lessons and the scars that, you know, have brought me this way, business-wise, it's so yesterday. You know, women have got so much power.
Absolutely.
Women are very intelligent creatures, and women have got a lot of patience. You know, a woman can take anything and build from it, you know. So give her a house, a woman will make a home out of it.
Absolutely.
Give her a business, a woman will turn it into a 7-figure business if they've put their minds to it. But yeah, it is a struggle. And I know of a lot of my peers or other women in business that, you know, I mentor, or those that we just, you know, kind of support each other. They always have the same struggles, which is, you know, not being given the same recognition as men do.
Absolutely.
You know, when men do it, they're heroes. When women do it,
it's actually interesting how she's saying that, because you wonder, kuti saka with all that pressure yamunenge minayo kuti muri kubalance business, muri kubalance the family life and everything. How do you do it? How do you how do you cope? How do you balance?
You have to be a very, I can't say well-skilled, because women were naturally skilled. We can multitask.
Of course.
We can naturally multitask and make it look easy.
Yeah, that we can never win Isusu room. We can't even argue.
Yeah, women can multitask, but it is quite challenging. Being able to run a business, being able to run a charity, being able to be a mentor to so many people.
That's right.
And also, you know, by the time you clock off at work, you have to come home. You have to make sure his clothes are washed, are ironed. You have to make sure that, you know, the kids are fed, they're all taken care of. You know, you take them to bed, you know, you make sure homework is done. You still have that duty and that role to take care of. So it takes, you have to find a way of balancing it out, which...
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's proven it. She's doing it.
Charity on its own.
And that's the next question, to say the Olinda Chapel Foundation. Where did that come from? What was the inspiration of that?
I think we started the Olinda Chapel Foundation with my husband in 2017.
Lovely.
It was driven from the amount of, you know, people that would come into my inbox, people that would reach out and say, Olinda, I'm going through this. Olinda, I'm going through that. And I'm a person that naturally can't turn her back on when, you know, somebody's struggle. And, you know, it started off by helping this person here, helping that person there, doing this, you know, little bits and pieces, until we realized that we were actually spending a great deal of time and finances doing it. That's when my husband said, do you not think it is ideal if we actually had a registered foundation?
That's right.
And we did things the proper way with accountability. So the OCF was born in 2017, and we were focusing on key areas like Epworth, which is the center of the Olinda Chapel Foundation.
Oh, lovely.
It's an area that is really close to my heart. And we started supporting young girls that were being subjected to prostitution at a very tender age. Orphans, those that were not going to school, we would donate clothes. You know, we would have a lot of donors give us their secondhand clothes here in England. We'll ship it to Zimbabwe. We would distribute it. We then started the pad collection.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of girls, especially in the rural areas, they miss at least 3 months worth of school.
That's right.
Just because of lack of sanitary.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's, to me, didn't make any sense that, you know, in this country, you can buy the cheapest pad packet for 20,
Absolutely.
20p.
Yeah,
And in Zimbabwe, it's like
brands,
$2 just unaffordable to an average family. And especially when we did the drive in Epworth, and we were finding out that, you know, young girls as young as 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 were having sex with men for money.
Oh, no.
And they were being paid as little as 50 cents.
Oh, no.
And there was issues about child prostitution. And I stood there and I said, no, there is no such thing as child prostitution.
No.
There's no such word in any vocabulary. It's not child prostitution. This is abuse.
Yeah.
This is simple, straightforward abuse. And you found that there were kids as young as 11 having babies and all of that. Kids as young as 12 years old, HIV positive, because of the nature of the work that they were doing on the streets.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So we expanded further, and since then we have been doing quite a lot, especially recently in the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, when the first lockdown started, I was very vocal, and I became very active with, you know, kind of creating an awareness of COVID, asking people to protect themselves. You know, we work in the health and social care sector, so we do get first-hand information when it comes to what our government here in the United Kingdom is doing, and you know, try to pass on the same knowledge from a first world country basis and pass it on to really our fellow Zimbabweans. You know, mask up, wash your hands, social distance and things like that. But when the first lockdown happened, the first thing that we worried or we were concerned about was that a lot of people, over 90+% of Zimbabweans are self-employed. And that meant that if they can't work, they can't feed their families.
No income,
So we started a drive where we distributed thousands and thousands of bags of mealie meal in places like Epworth. We'd go knocking at people's doors and start distributing. Exactly. And all those projects were self-funded. We didn't have any donations. It was literally taking a chunk out of Gain Healthcare's own revenue and putting it into the Olinda Chapel Foundation.
Amazing.
In other words, it was taking money out of our pockets, and literally just distributing it.
That was actually, we were actually, when we were driving here, Tachitoti, we remember the high teas. We were looking forward to that. I remember the last one that we did,
2019 in Birmingham.
In Birmingham. So I was saying to her, that was something nice which many people may not have realized could Zoni try to raise awareness, but she raise my funds and all that. But how is she coping now? Varukita say because people are in lockdown and everything, events are not happening.
98% of everything that the Olinda Chapel Foundation does is self-funded. We do not go to donors. We do not ask the public to donate any money. It's literally taking money out of our own revenue and distributing it. Marino Shandwa.
Of course.
Mangwana, you wake up, you go to work. Tunoshanda imwe chiwana. But there's no point of making so much and be selfish with it. It's just money at the end of the day. And if it changes somebody's life, if we can give somebody a meal for a day, you know, instead of buying McDonald's that day, then you know what? Of course. You know, that's the philosophy that I live on and I push on. And it's something that I was raised to understand. You know, just last week I had my my grandmother, my mother's mother, called me, and she was reminding me about love. Kuti always kwisa Jesu pamberi in everything that you do. And she was reminding me kuti you know, vazukuru vangu ndoda kuti mudanane and munofanira kuziva chinhu chinonzi rudo. And the same speech that she was giving me kind of resonated with exactly how our mother raised us, telling us that we need to know and understand what love is.
Absolutely.
Right? Growing up, my mom her house was literally, we used to call it the bus stop. Literally any relative avakumusha, aipfura nekumba kwa Mairudo, because that's my older sister's name, kwa Mairudo. My mother would literally take everything that was in the house, groceries, pack it up, wopa amadzabo, right? And we'd be like, but mama, we just bought you groceries.
What are you doing?
You know, what are you doing?
I know that.
And the first thing she would say is,
exactly, I know that speech.
Remember, we sparked a conversation last week on Facebook about the things that Americans used to do that we did not agree with.
Yeah, but, you know, but it's actually building. Look what it's done for you.
Yeah,
you know,
from that, I think kindness is something that is like second nature, not just with myself. I mean, with all my brothers and sisters. You know, if I go to their house, I leave ndakabata something. If, you know, one of them comes over to my house, I would rather take meat out of my own refrigerator and pack it in a plastic and say, even ani nyama kumba kwake. But that is love. And if we all, you know, kind of practice love, the world would be a better place. So that's where the Olinda Chapel Foundation was driven from. The other projects that we've worked on is we had been feeding over 100 street kids on a weekly basis, Monday to Friday. So our team and our volunteers would actually go to Les Brown and they would actually cook on an open fire. No cooking facilities, cook on an open fire. You know, put everything in K-lights, get in the car, drive to all the hot spots where we knew these homeless kids were hanging out. And they would ensure that they've washed their hands, make sure they've had something to eat. And if there were little things that would come up, for example, one of the young girls was pregnant. We had to make sure we took her to hospital. She was only 15. One of the young boys had been run over by a car. We had to make sure that he got medical attention. So their little day-to-day things, we would take care of it. But it's quite emotional, because my heart has been broken a number of times whilst doing this work.
That's right.
It takes a lot out of you as a person, you know, to a point whereby you almost become borderline depressed. I've lost children, you know, through the OCF. Young kids that we were either on our way to give food, then to find out that child has died from kwashiorkor. And this is 2020, and you're thinking, what child dies from kwashiorkor in 2020 in a country like Zimbabwe? It's quite disappointing and it's very heartbreaking. And the money that you would have put aside for that child, you now have to buy a coffin. I once, last year, we once supported a young girl that had got pregnant at the age of 15.
I remember that.
And I had the blessing of naming her son. And I named the young boy Anashe, as in God is with him, Anamari, Anashe. And less than 24 hours later, the young boy passed away. I remember I literally sat on the floor, I broke down and I cried so badly, because already, you know, I was looking forward to seeing this life that, you know, been brought onto this earth, to growing up. And, you know, I'd already made my mind up that we were going to support this young boy. We were going to make sure mom goes back to school. And then 3 days later, mom passed away. And that really tore me to pieces. That really broke my heart in ways that I could not imagine. And I found myself questioning God, that why are you giving me such a heavy burden? Why are you putting me in such a situation? But it is the duty that you're given in that moment and in that time for a reason. And you just have to carry the burden like it is your own.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting kuti vauya panapa vari kutsanangura because half the time, without all this information, you do not realize kuti munhu ari kutoenda through so much behind closed doors. Because I remember we came across a number of posts ekuti vanhu vaicomplaina vachikushaudai vachikutukai kuti why is it kuti muri selective munongochuza reva munoda imimi mune favoritism sei musiri kutipindura sei musiri kutibatsira. But with all this zvamuri kutaura nhasi, it's an eye-opener. And my next question was going to be, how does she cope? How does she deal with cyberbullying? Because
you know what? I really wish, I honestly, hand on heart, always wake up and I pray that God blesses my hustle. I wish I was a multi-millionaire. I wish I was a billionaire. I wish I was Mrs. Bezos. Like I always say. No offense to my husband. But, you know, the reason why I say that is because I wish I could help everybody.
Everyone,
but I'm only human and I can only do so much.
Of course.
If I manage to help one person a day, as far as I am concerned, right? Only God can give me as much as He feels is enough to help His people. I wish I could. I mean, I've inherited the name Queen of Hearts to those that actually have appreciated the work I've done. I've had others saying, Amaivenika, you know, little things like that. And then there are those that obviously, I do understand that, you know, the bitterness that comes with, you know, when you're struggling and you are looking to somebody for help. But sadly, you know, I can only do as much as I possibly can. So I can't hold it against them, you know. Try next time. If I can help, I'll be able to help. I mean, we've helped with school fees. We currently employ over 200 people in the United Kingdom and in Zimbabwe, right? We're continuously creating vacancies in Zimbabwe, you know, between all the enterprises that we have. We encourage young girls to go to school. We pay school fees. We pay university fees. You know, we help with children's preparation. We help with medical bills, you know. But we can only do so much. We can only do so much.
From all this that you're saying, conversation, I've realized kuti muri mbinga. Baby, mbinga muroro wako imbinga shamari. And I've realized kuti vane kindness futa did. Say something ambuya. Dai matombo buka oga. Dai matombo tuona because young cheesy. Wakanyarara ikoko shamari mari yese iri kuenda wakanyarara taura something.
Cash money.
Dotoro wa inonzi ichi yangu. DJ takaruza basi.
Gain Healthcare is hiring.
Support work, support work.
Gain Healthcare is hiring.
Mati,
I'll send in my CV.
The word on the street I can neither confirm nor deny this, but vari kutaura ranzoni ona tarisaiwo muone tete venyu hanzi mukwasha tinenge tikufana tombomudzorera kana 1 kana 2 mombe
ndatombonzokera ndikuonoita inquiry ndakuwaona mavhile vhini wayo
type hanzi inowanikwa kupa hanzi chimbopai mukwasha kana 1 mombe back.
Well, it's been lovely having you, but I just want to, obviously, for someone who's watching, maybe they want to get in contact with you, with your mentorship and everything. Where can they find you? How do they get in contact with you?
With our mentorship, I do run a number of multiple WhatsApp groups where we support each other as women in business.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of supportive women out there, not just myself. There's a lot of very well-versed Zimbabwean business women that are based in the United Kingdom that are doing so extraordinary and so exceptional
Right.
in their fields that they're doing, and these groups are very powerful groups to join, where you can access any level of support. If you've got a question, if you're starting from scratch and you don't even know where Companies House is just to register your company,
That's right.
these women are there to support each other. And I feel like I feel so proud because, when I started it by supporting them, and now they've caught on and they're now supporting each
others.
other.
Oh, that's
and
lovely.
It's so amazing when such generosity is passed on to the next person and the next person. And to me, that is called empowerment.
It is.
Being empowered is having the power to empower
Someone
other
else,
people. And when I see them empower each other, it's a great environment to be in. You realize that, it's worth supporting another woman because they get to pass the button stick onto the next person. So those that are seeking such mentorship, they can actually come and join these platforms. I do offer one-to-one mentorship depending on what it is.
Yeah.
But at present, we are quite busy because, the pandemic has not been great to a lot of businesses, but for us in health and social care, it's actually been expanding. And our hands are extremely, extremely busy. We literally work almost 24 hours, 7 days a week. So that's what we are concentrating on at the moment. But if anybody's got a question, I do try and answer. I can't always respond. It comes back to that original question.
Pane zvinhu zvandandichibata so pamamchitaura ka. There was something that was hanging behind chandazorimember manje kuti
Okay.
mamboti. So we started this foundation, me and my husband. Chichi, and I remembered last time muchiti there was a post that was trending. Ambuya vakaposta so makuseni vachiti a family that works together something and it. Saka ini ndakagara mudeni ndichigaya kuti pakaipa apa. Indobvunza ambuya zvari panapa nhasi kuti ambuya, how do you cope natsano business and family? How do you?
That's always been one of our most positives in our relationship.
That's good.
I think we're both sapiosexuals. We are attracted to very intelligent people, and the conversations that we have are of an intellectual level, right? We have very progressive conversations, and we bounce ideas off each other, home and away.
That's good.
Literally, in our office, we sit opposite each other. It's easy to say, listen, this is what I think we should be doing. And he can say, no, why don't you try this? Or, we can work together as a team. I don't work so well under pressure because I become frustrated quite easily. He's a very calm and collected person. So when I am in that zone and I'm not fully operational, his calmness tends to kind of play a better role. So he steps in. And then I'm told then I have to kind of take a step back. And he looks at things from a different angle.
Perspective,
So working together, some of our biggest projects that we've done have always been together. From the OCF, he's had a lot to do with Gain Healthcare. And its expansion. He does all our marketing, our PR, our operations, and all of that. Including, the Olinda Chapel Cosmetics.
Yes.
He's been involved in that. I'm also involved in Skokwe Empire. He's got his own...
brand ambassadorship. Brand ambassador.
He's got that. But what a lot of people do not know about him, he's done a lot in IT, like cybersecurity. He's well trained in cybersecurity. He's certified in that. It's my Wi-Fi. He's into cybersecurity, and he's also into is it fiber optics for internet? There's a lot of engineering stuff that he's trained to do.
Wow.
He's got these ID cards whereby, you know those guys that you see in their hard hats and that can literally shut down a whole road because they're doing something to do with fiber optics. He's licensed to do that.
Not
even. So we've got that going on
amazing.
at Skorke Empire as well. You know, the PR, the marketing, the design work. There's a lot of things that they do. But I tend to step in from a business operations side of things to ensure that, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Things are being filed on time and all of that and whatnot, just to keep things afloat. But in regards to their hands-on work, that's their department. I'm not a designer.
Of course.
I know nothing about IT. All I know is to switch my computer on and switch it off. So yeah, we do work well. We do complement each other in the things that we do work-wise.
That's great. Amazing. Yeah, well, there you go. This is the Olinda Chapel-Nkomo that you didn't know. This is the information that you need to know because there's so much business ideas that you probably can gain. So, kada mchitumira madm chimbotumira oshino mega sense no nzamari.
No.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Ayewa tichazodzoka nawo manje sinamboita ka break.
Because mama ndichikisa vangu vari kusipanga. It's been amazing to have you on the show. Ndafunga kuti pamwe
Adisati, we'll be right back after this.
I need to be in New York in 6 hours.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Diaspora with the MANATSAS. Yeah, Paragu Pisa. We are honored to have my ambuya, Olinda Chapel-Nkomo. Baby, ndangani nemvunzo, I had a burning question. Kubva patatanga, nditika. Remember patikano roora pai. Tsano vangu mva vanditi, how did we get here?
Yes, sir.
Ndayozorora pai handiti. Ndoza ndoda kubvunzawo ambuya vangu nhasi kuti ambuya, how did we get here? Because muri kupisa ambuya, muri kubvira mazuva ano. So
kutengerwa mota inyoyayo haikwani kwandiri but tichazotaura tati.
Taura nyaya yako. Ukuthi chiwewe. Because actually now that you've mentioned that, why haven't you bought me anything so far?
Anything? Mota aiwa tichazotaura.
Anyway, mungona mungunikanganisa nyaya yangu, mungunivhiringa nyaya yangu. Ambuya, tsano vangu ndiri kuvaona vari kuficha chichi. I'm sure, let me address the elephant in the room. People want to know. Toda kuziva. Tiri kuona tsano varipo chichi, how you have done it. Toita se, tongotaura here kana kuti tovadaidza tsano vauye vangotibuka so.
Muda kuvunza kuti
what's happening? What's happening? How did we get here, ambuya?
Get where?
Because tsano vangu ndiri kuvaona mazuva ano. Ndavaona manje. So how did we get here, baby?
You mean my lawfully wedded husband?
Your husband.
My lawfully wedded husband.
Yes.
Should that not answer your question?
Aiwa, mapedza sports. So it is ndotichi with honor, with great respect. Tsano vangu varipo, vari in the house. Tavaudza kuzoni tsano. Hatingapedze shoka. Musina kuficha, tisina kuona chiso chenyu. Ngavauye vatijoinewo, baby. You do the honors.
Yes, vanonzi and unoita net accent chaunoita so chechindex.
Oh yeah, when he goes skoko.
Yeah, skoko. Kona skoko.
Skoko.
Faki imali uzobona.
So here we have Banandi.
Welcome. Welcome.
Good to have. I had to put it, guys. Kona. That's what I know about record.
Let me correct that. Bona.
Hey.
Faki imali uzobona.
Young kids, washoya. It's good to have you here. Welcome on Let's Talk Diaspora with the MANATSAS. I'm the one that's supposed to be,
What I say? Wakanga ndosho nashina kutsikunya kutsha.
Iwo kundisiya ndichipisira sei.
Ai. Ndabweza ukhoda.
Doro notanga. Doro nomoresa.
Arona ari kupi? Arona akaifana ngari paseti panapa because zvavita panapa njero.
Wasara wewe.
Apo Aaron ndeyapedza doro.
Andisi ndiye mukuona zvikuitika mbuya. Anyway, tsano chitoni ngondiregereyo rega ndingorova gushu hangu panapa ka. Ndongoti tsano chi welcome.
Chidzi tatoni.
Chidzi.
Yakshiti.
Pamuchaya zorora nandi muchavunzwa kunze how did we
get here?
Aukakanisa ndatezva.
Pakatoipa. Anyway, zvamauya kudai zvamatitsika tsana. How has it been for you? Welcome. You've been here in the UK. You've been doing a lot of work. We've been seeing you doing, running the Skoko Empire, the designs. You're working with the guys Veku, Zim Inspired and everything. How has been the transition for you? Because UK, the way things operate in Zimbabwe, fresh grounds. How have you managed to do, how have you managed to cope?
Technically speaking, in digital Zimbabwe. Ndakangosvika ndine formula nandingori nayo kudeni.
Yeah.
And I got here, immediately got into, my office. Remember that office? Mine was next to hers. I already had my company set up. I was already working when I got here. Never worked for anyone anyway, because I hadn't been doing that for a long while. And my background is an IT background, networking. I worked for a bank. Then I left that and started pushing, me full-time from brand management, brand design. And that's when Skoko Empire was born. Got into the UK, pushed Skoko Empire, Olinda Chapel Foundation, Gain Healthcare, and it was great. And later on, there was the birth of Zim Inspired. And Zim Inspired came because I used to do a lot of weddings when I was here, because I sing love music. I sing a lot of love music. I sing about love. So I used to do a lot of weddings, and it turned out that all the weddings I was doing had the same team. They were separate entities, but it was the same people all the time.
Coming together, yeah.
So we ended up, coming together to try and build something that's a bit of a one-stop shop.
That's nice.
And we've grown until we've actually had our own setup. We have a setup in Warsaw. For those who normally go to Mwamuka, Farm Foods, we're literally right above them, the whole floor. So nice. It's been great because we get to meet a lot of people, a lot of Zimbabweans and all that. And the growth has been extensive to a point where we also get clients that are not in our community.
That's good.
So the synergy of Zim Inspired was mainly based on us as individuals, as people, not organizations, not Skoko Empire, not Eli Events, not Cosmo. It's literally as Jabulo Nkomo, Cosmas Chinoe, Clive Jameda, and Tafaza Chinembiri. It was as people. not as organizations.
That's
So
lovely.
that's why you notice even the other organizations keep running anyway. You know, so it's been great and we're growing. And it's been
We are
amazing.
seeing the growth because Trukuona, like here in the UK, there's a number of artists that I can look at. Or even, you know, we always look at artists and stuff.
Of course you look at artists. You're artists yourself.
You see, and we're seeing the work that you're doing, and you guys are doing really great.
Amazing job, yeah.
Congratulations on that.
I should congratulate you as well because you know what's happening. We've been quiet as a Zimbabwean community for a while, especially in the arts.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking backstage that everyone in the UK has equipment, everyone has skills, everyone has talent, but we haven't been making use of it together.
Definitely, yeah.
Apana asina equipment.
Definitely.
You know, apana
That's a
asina
good
chai nacho.
observation. Yeah.
But then you find the Zimbabwean community is doing way better production-wise than the UK. It doesn't make sense because most resources are here.
Definitely.
From funding to equipment to anything that we need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it only makes sense to do what we're doing now. I actually wish that there's more setups like this, like at least 10 more everywhere.
We will go far. It's only now that a lot of people, because of the lockdown and everything, they realize we've got power in the numbers that we have and what we have.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you for that. The observation here, it's profound. Yeah.
Well, I'm mainly for growth. For anyone who knows me, my main mantra is progress is a must.
Nice.
And it's not only my progress, it's everyone else's progress. Because I feel like there's no growth that can happen if there's no competition. You know,
Definitely.
healthy or not.
Yeah.
There's no growth that can happen if there's no competition.
Definitely.
You need to feel challenged to grow.
So that you can,
You know, that you will not grow if you don't feel challenged.
That's so profound, yeah.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
You'll be
definitely.
stagnant.
Tsano pamapinda apa mapinda muchivaiba muchirova iyi watochichi. My favorite track of all time is Ndichakubata bo.
Oh baby, I see nyangwe zinu ziri pasi.
Ngona rambe wangwabva wanyikuduka vari masaidi. Young Kids haunawo here Ndichakubata bo. Chimbotibukawo Young Kids. Kana ka 30 seconds.
Oh baby, I see nyangwe zinu ziri pasi. Muda wangu warusi rwandasi.
Thank you.
Ndichakubata bo.
Muona here kuti izoni the room yangobva yato chichichi matotipawo mamax.
My loves, the Manax.
Tuesday Tsano, is there anything that you have for us, your fans? Pane here zvamukatirongera, pane here zviri.
I've got an album coming up.
Nice.
Yeah. I on my way here I said this weekend I need to catch up on recording. The answer was on a Valentine's weekend. And I said,
Marita say.
and I tried to I tried to mock it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, Valentine's is on a Sunday, right? It's on the 14th. Tomorrow is the 13th.
Yeah.
So I have tomorrow, right?
That's not pace.
Yeah, I've
Set
got
the
projects
pace.
coming up.
Yeah.
I've been working on a number of them.
Awesome.
A lot of them had been saved because I don't just like releasing without plans of having a return on investment. At the end of the day, besides being an artist, I'm also a businessman. As an entrepreneur, I still need to get a return on that investment.
Just say you're saving them for your muse.
You?
The juices were not flowing, you know? They were not flowing
That's true.
until your muse, you know?
So there you always need a music each time you release something. And especially in my
inspire.
case, I sing love music. I won't lie to you, I've tried to think or rather even write concepts that have nothing to do with love. I have written that down, but it's not my vibe. I'm all about love.
manzwa kuti ambuya vati she inspires.
Yes.
Saka ndoere vaka inspires him,
That's why there
inspired you are
hasn't
this
been
him and she's
That's why there hasn't been any new
In those South
music.
actually. Noma batch.
Okay. Anonzi chimvesiyo wekasoto Salt Bay yacho.
Because nyama yakapenga ka. Kaningi chidakama ikakata.
This has been amazing. It's been lovely having these
very
two.
insightful. We've got to know the other side of Skoko. So maybe for someone who's asking or wants to know where to find you, any idea, explore, maybe a website design,
You can catch me on Titan the One, at Titan the One, TYTANTHEONE, or at Skoko Empire, SKHO
Yeah,
or Zim Inspired UK.
Awesome.
I don't think that's hard to
Yeah,
find.
Definitely,
So
we'll have
if
the
you find me
details
on that,
on the screen.
a lot of people look for me and whatever. I'm available on social media. I reply
Makes sense.
every email. I see every email. Some that I can't. It's probably because I don't know how to move forward with that conversation. So
That always happens.
Mahai.
no, my hair,
So hlangana Facebook.
So I respond every message because I use Facebook for money and business. I won't lie. That's what I use it for. Whatever I post, it's mainly to draw you in so that you look at our products, whatever we're selling. Don't be confused when you come to our pages. Please like and support. If you have no money, share our businesses. If you're looking at what we're doing, if it's Gain Healthcare, if it's Coco Empire, Zim Inspired, whatever business we're doing, whatever we're selling, if we're selling Maputi, you please find a way to support. It doesn't always have to be about money.
Yeah.
Because as much as my inbox is full, I will
like.
always make time to respond to you because you're important. So just find a way to support. When you come to us, just go that direction. And like I said, even if it's on the Olinda Chapel-Nkomo page, look for what she does. We're not on Facebook for live broadcasts only. We're to help each other, to motivate, to educate, and to make money.
That's good.
I won't lie to people that we're there to relax and smile and play. Because at the end of the day, if we didn't need people for our businesses, we would do without social media. We've lived without social media before.
That's right. That's
So
right.
yeah.
Utilize it.
I like what they've said now. Sataenda pane kamwe ka segment katura kuenda kwakari. However, pane mvunzo yayo ananchimbo kuti ndoda kukwenyera mbuya chichi. Ndauza kuti ma inbox menu makambomira sei. What sort of messages do you get?
My inbox says I no pizza. My inbox said I no pizza zekuti.
What's the most interesting that you've got? What can you say? Tell us one or two.
I'll tell you the most common one that you might not expect. A lot of GoFundMe links. A lot of sponsorship requests.
Really? Wow.
A lot of people need help. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart because, to be honest, I can't help everyone.
Yeah.
I can only support so much. I can expose what you're selling or what you're trying to ask for to the people who follow me.
Yeah.
But I might not be able to fund you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not everyone takes it so well if you're not able to.
Yeah, but
help
I think it's more heartbreaking because despite what you're saying, a lot of people actually understand if you can't help because they're in a tight situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, in a tight situation. So take, for instance, today I got a GoFundMe link that asked for a donation. I haven't donated yet, but she came back and said, if you're the one who donated, may God bless you. So you understand how bad the situation is.
Definitely.
You know, for people to crowdfund and all that. We're in the middle of a pandemic,
Definitely.
and a lot of people are struggling.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing, and we're very fortunate enough to still be our own bosses and still earn revenue in a situation where we know that everyone is at home
Yeah.
and they have no plan because no one knows where we're going, including our government. A headline today in Newsday said the government was saying in Zimbabwe was saying we don't know which vaccine to buy. So this is a government, a whole government that has no plan. So imagine its citizens. What plan do they have?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
So
Absolutely.
It's difficult.
we are blessed, but it's also very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My inbox, it's
I was waiting for that one.
well, most of the inboxes I get are from a lot of young women and a lot of normally just above the age of 18 to your 30s, some to your 40s and 50s. And it's a lot of you inspire us. You're an inspiration. You know, never mind what people say. There's a lot of that comes into my inbox. A lot of people that say, you know what, I am going through so much, but when I look at you and the woman that you are, I see somebody that inspires me, that shows me that tomorrow can be a better day. And as much as it is so satisfying in that moment to receive such a message, it's also a heavy burden because you now think, oh my God, I've got this responsibility and this weight on my shoulders to act right, to not make mistakes because you have a number of people that are looking up to you. You know, I for one, never wanted to be anybody's role model because I'm not perfect. I make my own mistakes. But, you know, I come across quite a lot of this and, you know, you are all of a sudden an inspiration to somebody. And by its own merit, that means that you now have a responsibility to continue being
That inspiration. Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
So I do get a lot of women that come in and they're like, you know what? And then you do get the odd guys that send their nude pictures.
Neka soft as Kandoda.
You do get my hey, my hi.
Well, to be
Kanabana ndivakaenda ndinindiri next.
you know what it is.
A lot of people are waiting to replace you.
No, the truth is, if I'm gonna be honest, I think when people looked at us before, they looked at a fairy tale. A lot of people project their pain towards situations.
Yeah.
And their assumption is, if I go online and say what I want, no one knows who I am, so they won't care.
Yeah.
By the way, we do care.
Yeah.
And we care more about us than you, by the way, because we're going through it.
Yeah.
I won't lie. We're going through that pain in real life. It's not for entertainment.
No.
No one goes through pain for fun.
Yeah,
No.
definitely. Yeah.
It's pain. You know what I mean?
Pain is pain.
Yeah. So
At the end of the day, when you shut down, it's you two that are facing whatever that you're facing and dealing with.
it's probably we've learned our lessons in different ways. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. She knows that. I don't like social media mostly.
He likes the tweets, the jokes, the memes.
I love banter.
Yeah,
I love a lot
the
of
funny
banter.
stuff.
I love a lot of humor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything is for laughs for me because I feel like in a world that is going through a lot of struggles and pain,
Yeah.
that's great.
Munhu wekuti munongonzwa achingoseka ega. And next thing you know, you wonder, is he on a call to somebody? Akabata phone akuverenga joke. Like literally, he just bursts out laughing because he likes reading stuff like
And I have
that.
the privilege, by the way, of laughing at jokes in 3 languages. So imagine how much I
Shona
laugh.
English
Then
and
he
the
has to come and interpret to me,
It's hard
and I
to
pretend
explain
like
it,
I
though.
understood.
Where you are on 2 or you're on 3? You're on 2. You are on 2 languages.
Shona,
Shona English.
I'm on 2.5.
We are going into
You
the
are
Wele now,
getting
I'm
yeah?
in 2.5.
by marriage.
By marriage. By default.
Kuluma Sizwe.
They're doba here.
Vele.
Me too.
She understands more because she's from that background.
Exactly.
So what I was trying to get to is it's really important for everyone to be kind.
It's true.
You don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
Sometimes when someone I don't like having my pictures on my page. A lot of people ask, did you close down your page? I just archive them because I don't want people to come to me for pictures. I like people to come to me for my craft.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'd like to be cheered up. You post a picture, you expect kindness.
Yeah.
Because probably you're going through a hard time.
Yeah.
And understand that everyone is going through that.
Yeah.
It helps to be kind to someone. You don't lose anything because maybe that person is at the edge of suicide even.
That's right.
Maybe that person is at the edge of making a bad decision, a life-changing decision that, wouldn't have happened if you could have just thrown a smile.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or just kept your bad
An
opinion
LOL.
to yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
You
so
know,
true.
so we're just preaching kindness at this point in time. If anyone knows me, if you're on my page and you say something bad, I just restrict or block. I'm not hungry for likes. It's all right, but just be kind, and probably you might benefit from what we have.
The environment that we're in at the moment in this pandemic, it's a very, very sad environment.
It is.
Especially for people's mental health.
It is.
There's a lot of depressed people out there.
We're
There are a lot
all
of
suffering
people
from it
Yeah, there are a lot
in
of
a
people.
different
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, there are
We're
a lot
all
of people who
adjusting
don't
to-
even know where they're getting their next meal from.
So true.
There are people that don't know whether they'll finish that degree, whether they'll have to repeat next year. There are those people that have died. People have lost families in this COVID. Somebody's currently going through grief, either grief of losing a father or a mother, grief of losing a husband, a wife, your child. It could be anybody. So there's a lot of pain in the world out there at the moment. And in that pain, you have to decide what's important for you. Like we decided that our family was what was important. You know, the laughter that we share in our household with our children and all of that. It's in this environment that we're in, family is all we have. You know, we can't even go to our neighbors, we can't go to our friends, we can't
Yeah.
interact the way we
We might
used
have
to.
problems in
different,
any way,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think what people need to understand is that the way we value family now, as much as we
very
have
different.
problems, it's all we have. That's what
Yeah.
we're going to stick to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't come to us expecting to destroy. You'll never destroy that. You know. And I'll add on to this, especially for us in the diaspora. It's what we understand. The whole world is in survival mode. So as much as we work hard, and we earn some level of money, guess what? Most of the money is just going back to Zimbabwe
Yeah.
because people are actually struggling there.
Yeah, that's what a lot of diaspora families are doing at the moment.
Yes, it's
They're
Our
having to
monies,
take
our
care.
monies are just
Yeah,
going,
they
back to
they have to take care of their extended families in Zimbabwe because right now no one is making anything.
Yeah.
Shops are closed down. People have got no businesses. So we're in a very, very unpleasant environment. So what you have is your family. And that's one thing that we are currently encouraging anybody that we talk to, that spend as much time as you can with your family. If it means play makadz jajayo, you know, sit down and, you know, we sit and we watch cartoons with Nandi.
Cards, if you want to play cards.
Takaipa, tinogona kutoti after this
Seriously.
tikufana kuenda kumakadzi.
Peppa Pig. I
Pane
think,
mari here.
I think now in our household, apana nesarira imatisingazivi.
Oh my God, you know them all.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know
I know the
all.
chords.
Johnny,
I know-
Johnny, yes, Papa.
Yes.
You
It's
get
so
what I
And
mean?
I'm a proud dad because, you know, my daughter knows all the melodies to note. She doesn't miss them. Doesn't miss
bless
those
her.
notes.
I guess we know where she got that
So
from.
we've got
Clearly.
a
Yeah,
singer
she's
in
got
the
the genes.
She sings all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Awesome.
Randomly.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it and you're like, what did we
What?
just make?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a genius in the making.
In the house, our oldest is currently at uni.
Yes.
So he's not at home.
Yeah.
So it's just the two of us and Jaden and Nandi.
Yeah, Nandi.
And I feel so out of place because Jaden is such a technical, geek, goofy person. He's into his gadgets. So they bond over gadgets, you know, over gaming chairs, over all the IT stuff. You know, he wants to build a a gaming PC.
Wow.
And he's an IT person.
That's
We're working
amazing.
So I get jealous when I hear these conversations that I can't
You don't even understand the
contribute
language.
in.
Yeah.
Then I turn to my daughter thinking,
We understand each other. Yeah.
let's talk
And she's with
makeup.
dad. And I'm dad.
A proper daddy's girl. Daddy!
Oh,
And
man.
that's one word she knows fully. And
Daddy,
then
yeah.
she gets into the singing mode.
Yeah.
So I'm just there fiddling my thumb. So he's very more of the hands-on parent
that's
with both
lovely.
of them. He interacts with them
Yeah.
quite well,
That's
more than
amazing.
I do.
Yeah.
And I'm just the cook, the cleaner, the laundry lady.
Yes.
and,
Yes.
and they are the ones that are just,
Absolutely.
having all the fun in the house.
Don't worry, when
And,
she's a teen, she's coming to mommy. She'll come.
So,
Don't hold your breath.
Simbisana yenyu.
Girl
Simbisana
issue, she'll
yenyu.
be coming to mommy, trust me.
Muri pakusimbisana ipapo ka. We've heard about the fun and the
Yes.
games.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be fair if we let the Nkomos go
Without a game.
Without a game.
Of course.
Chidzi is usually good at, coming up with stuff like that.
Oh,
Chidzi, hapana erezo inazo shaka. We just want to, trongo,
All right, okay.
tuoneo sha.
So, guys, what's happening today is that we have a song competition. So I'll play a song and you have to guess the artist. So the genre that I've chose is some old Zimbabwean songs.
oh my God.
Like, I had to go there. Like, this is the way to
Chidima,
go forward these
I'm a
days.
millennial.
This baby, guys.
I mean, like,
So this is what actually I've remembered. This is what's gonna happen.
It's unfair. Do you know which family is from?
Exactly.
to be honest,
You're rigging
these guys,
this game.
they don't
you
even.
know which family is from?
And
No, wait.
He probably grew up,
Your drum patterns
with
are
those
based
people
on
visiting his
Zimbabwean, old Zimbabwean music.
I've chosen like very popular ones that are played at every Zimbabwean party. It's not a
Okay.
Zimbabwean
Plus,
party.
did him salad.
if these songs are not playing.
Fair enough. Salad wangu yarapo.
So it's fine. Let's go.
And
Let's
it's fair.
go.
I did.
Alright,
Before
so
before
we're
we
gonna-
go, pane vanonzi the wars, man. Vanoita zvemabruvos nenyama. Chimunoza bruvos, munoza rinenge koko murere chichiri nonaka so. Ehe. Saka ivava manje ve the wars, man.
Kwash.
Eh.
Datindinoera bruvos. Kana makudetemba tupo mnototi maita bruvos.
Saka pakatoipa. Saka hamuchatodyika bruvos, todya zvedu, togara todya zvedu isusu.
Munoti maita bruvos.
Ivava ve the wars, man, manje ndizvika. Vanezi kuhampa richaiswa nana Chinese pascreen apa ipapa so ravari kuti zoni they are just appreciating zvatiri mulockdown so varoda kungopawo so wavaroda kupa saka I think it would be interesting kuti anenge awina ka they get some sort of power yekuti zoni azodistributa zikuhamba so cheese. Saka young kids hit us with it, Tony.
All right, so the Nkomos, your first song is this. So I'll be playing it for 10 seconds and you have up to 20 seconds to guess. So 10 seconds, including the other 10 seconds that you'll be guessing. So it's 20 seconds in total.
Aye.
All right, are you ready? So you're guessing
The name.
the artist.
Artist,
The
okay.
artist, not the name of the song, but the artist.
okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. That's that's Take It by
By Dembo.
By Leonard.
Leonard. Perfect.
Lenzo.
Perfect. So that's one.
Iwo kids munenge wabhadharwa nembinga idzi dziri panapa nhasi kubirire wewe.
Wasara Badara. Okay, so the MANATSAS.
Stellah chiweshe chava chimurenga.
Zvataurwa
Got it.
nababa.
Perfect. All right. This one is a little bit of a hard one. Are you ready?
Okay.
Mrambinda. Ndakabva naye kure kure.
That's the name of the song, but we want the name of the artist.
Half a point kind.
We want the name of the
Ndichiuya
artist.
Harare ndichiti ndamuwana.
Your time is up.
And it's
John Chibadura.
No, it was Pompofu and Zambuko.
At least you should give them at least maybe half a point.
Okay, we'll give them half a point.
you know what? The truth is, the song is more popular than the
Than
artist.
the artist, isn't it?
All right, the MANATSAS, are you ready for yours? The next
Hang
one
on.
is...
How many are we doing?
Okay, I'm sorry, winner. Remember, like, you get minus. Okay, next one. Nope. I will not take that. I want the person. That was his
That was his
acting
acting
name.
Safirio Madzigatiri.
Sorry?
Safirio
But they've already answered. No. Why are you
so
giving
they
them
were-
a second chance? Vapindura wrong answer.
unongopora uchingodaidzira sati taruza harisi rozita rake kamukadzi wangu wona zvauri kuita
Matoruza. Okay.
So much for heritage.
imagine angodaidzira mukadzi wacho asina mukonsulta.
All right. Okay. So the next one. So if you get this one right, I believe you'll be the winner. Okay. So let's go.
That's coffee.
No.
What's that?
Coffee in Zimbabwe.
That's
Coffee
not
from
Zim.
Zimbabwe.
That's not Zim.
Not
Diamond
Zim.
Music.
Are we allowed to take it?
Tonga Moon.
Too late.
But we still win, though. You
right,
don't know we still win.
No, so the MANATSAS, this one is to redeem yourselves.
Okay, they
So
would-
to redeem
Zimbabwe,
yourselves.
ne-DRC.
Aye, waka. Rumba ya Tonga.
Imagine.
All right, okay, because of our time, we need to rush this.
You
Okay, are you ready?
Ndo iziyo iyi. But munhu akaimba
Winky D.
chaizvo. No, iyi ndo iziyo song.
The Winky
But
D.
It's going to be
nyoka
okay.
nyoka musango haasi mapfumo here.
That's Thomas Mafumo. So it's actually, you've got two.
We now on a tie, isn't it?
Now they'll go one and
No,
a
we've
half.
got one.
One and a half.
Oh, they've got 1.5.
Yeah, so
Stick-
I mean, I've asked 5 in it
Eh.
already. So which means you guys are the winner this week.
Isusu. Tatowina. Havangatirwinise. Isusu ka as the MANATSAS. We are going to do the right thing, dzimai wangu. Vaenzi vedu, these guys have been fantastic guests. We will give you
Kwasha
the honors.
makapedza kuroora here.
Pakaipa ambuya tikatotanga
Kwasha
iko
nemabvisa mari yakamasi.
makuda kutondiparira mukatongotanga kuda.
Futi mukwasha makagara padhuze neni.
Mukasha havabvumirwe kuita mupono wakadai.
Ndakuenda ndoenda
Havabvumirwe kuita
Kwasha
mupono wakadai.
trauzi renyu makupenya ari panze.
teteka.
Kukutsvagirei mhosva.
It's been amazing having the Nkomos here with us. Tinovapa, Ambuya, Natsano. You get to choose on the page, or on the pages, wherever you want it to go. The warsmen will supply the hamper, bruvos and everything, which is on the screens. Munopa, kwamuruda kuti zviende kwamunoona zviri where you see it.
Koteka zvipa.
Munogona kuzipa futi.
This is how corruption happens.
Ipandemic.
Zvamunogona kuita ndichataura naSefauton Rupapa, the man behind the wars, man. Vanokwenenzvera vari kubika bruvos chairo chairo rekuti muzomboda imi. Vanogona kuendera chimwe chihamba chinouya chakananga kwaMukomo nechimwe chinouya kwaManatsa, then vozoita chimwe pamusoro.
Vari kuziva here kuti nandani mazino.
Pakatoipa, ngativaexposei palive kudai soka, then you will be short of
Ngavangoziva kuti nandani mazino akudya nyama.
Anenguva achidya nyama. Mazino
Saka
akazara.
pakaipa. So it's been amazing. You guys have been wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you for guesting us. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for watching. Let's talk diaspora with the MANATSAS. See you next time.